Hi everyone, thank you very much for your time, for being here. I'm going to be speaking on my job, which is security officer at a hospital. I want you to imagine your heart is pounding, your eyes are wide, and you are breathing heavy. You just ran up to the fourth floor, which is the baby floor, because the baby abduction alarm went off. Your dispatcher sent you to the room and you run as fast as you can to get there. You find out that the father is holding the baby too close to the window, was set off the window sensor. You catch your breath, you call an all clear to the officers, you wipe the sweat off of your forehead and sign relief that everything is fine with the baby. This is just one part being a security officer at a hospital. The day-to-day is doing patrol. We patrol suspicious activity, things, and people to prevent bad things from happening. You patrol to look at mechanical things and the electrical plant panels to make sure that a power outage doesn't occur. Could you imagine a total power outage of a hospital? Believe me, it gets very chaotic in a short amount of time. This is why security checks behind maintenance make sure everything is in working order. Security also makes sure that there are no suspicious items in the hospital, such as a black bag, perhaps in the lobby that hasn't been touched in a few hours. This could potentially be a bomb, and we are responsible for checking, making sure that it is not. We patrol parking lots and make sure and question anybody looking into cars because they might be trying to do an auto break-in. A big part of our job is customer service. We do this while we patrol also. See, in a hospital setting, people could be sad because their husband of 29 years just died. They could be mad because their care or their family's care is not being met, they felt. They could be tired because it's their 12th hour of work and they've had no breaks. They could be hallucinating because of their disease or infection. And our job is to make sure that anybody lost in the hospital gets to a place where they need to get to so they can have care. Make sure that a nurse can get into a locked door and get the equipment she needs so she can provide that care. It's our job to be polite when we speak to somebody about not smoking on property. It is our job to get patients and families that are upset about not receiving the care they think they should to calm down. It is our job to watch mental patients to make sure they don't harm themselves or others. We also have emergency calls that we respond to. Some of the major ones that we respond to often is fire, combative patient, and medical alert. During a fire, it is our job to rescue anybody that is in direct path of the flame, to evacuate the area, to contain the fire with fire extinguishers, and to direct the firefighters once they arrive to the fire. At a combative call, it is our job to talk to the combative patient and try and understand why they're upset and try and get them to calm down. If we cannot do that through talking, we must use our hands, which we use hand techniques that immobilizes their elbows and their knees, and we pin them against a bed to make sure they can't move and harm anybody, and we do this so that medical staff can put a belt restraint on them or inject them with some medicine that will calm them down. And the techniques we use does not harm them, and we do this as a team so that nobody else gets hurt. During a medical alert that we respond to, we could be responding to a head injury, somebody passed out, a heart attack, or a stroke. It could be a patient, it could be a visitor, it could be a fellow coworker. But we're there to rush as soon as possible to stabilize until other more qualified medical staff arrives, usually with CPR. Once they arrive, we're there to control the scene and make sure that onlookers go about their business and record what happens. So today, I hope you learned a bit more about what security officers do, and I hope next time you see a security officer in a hospital that you thank them for their service. And I'd like to thank you for your time. Now I'm going to show my audience.